you break the NaCl bond in the seawater.
Yeah.
What happens to those?
Well, like I said earlier, the sodium attaches itself. Sodium is plus 1. So it needs a hydrogen and oxygen molecule. It becomes NaOH, which is sodium hydroxide, and which is actually high pH, which is why the pH rises. And when we do this process, the pH will go from 7.8 temporarily to 8 maybe, or 8.5, and then through Henry's law we'll go back down to this 7.8. And then, so that happens on the sodium side, and on the chlorine side, we develop something called Cl negative, which now immediately tries to oxidize an organic. So that's searching through oxidation, which is taking away a molecule to find an organic. So it can take away and bond to that and effectively destroy it. So the easiest target is an algae. And that's why you use chlorine in swimming pools to get rid of algae. It's called a chlorine shock. Every pool owner has done it a million times. And you just dump a whole pile of chlorine in there, and the chlorine goes, and attacks all the algae, destroys it, and then you walk out the next day, it's all clear. And the chlorine, because now it's reacted, is inert, so it rises to the surface. The sun's UV rays destroys that chlorine molecule, and it reconfigures into the ocean. So the whole process has no downside in terms of pollutants, because the sun will take care of that chlorine. As every pool owner will tell you when they've done a chlorine shock. That's the immediate proof of concept for that.
About how long does it take for that to do?
It depends on the sunlight, but usually hours. You can do a chlorine shock in your pool in the morning, and by noon be able to, or 1 o'clock in the afternoon be able to swim it if it's a sunny day. So it's a really rapid process.
And is this harmful to the fish at all?
Well, the fish don't usually go to the surface. A.
Right.
B. The fish are being smothered by algae. So
Yeah.
we're actually, yes, they're down there trying, there's no DO, they're trying to live down there, and then they go up, there's no DO because of the algae cover. So we mow the lawn, and now they're able to go back up. Yeah, we might kill a few fish, very, very unlikely, but at the end of the day, we're going to save a lot of fish.
Yeah.
I mean, 170 tons last month in Tampa is what's happening with this red tide. So we're definitely not going to have 170 tons of dead fish. Second, most fish do not live at the surface. Any fisherman will tell you, fish are usually 5, 6 feet below or more. And we're just top line surface. We're about 1 or 2 feet on the surface. So typically the fish won't even notice we're there. And maybe the odd one might get chlorinated, but I'm sorry.
But it's a lot better than the other.
It's a lot better than the other option, yeah.